Do you have any financial benefit from that raffle as well?
Motion made in second, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Public input. That's the way.
21st. Oh, that's good. Should say why.
It's supposed to be July.
August 14th.
Oh, August 14th, not 21st. No, we can't. They did it.
Moving on to appointments. State Representative Jennifer Rhodes. Her phone was right by the camera tonight, so if you wanna.
Let me see here.
There, sort of stand here and something feel like.
Let me see.
Here.
Here.
Wow, this is weird.
There.
Yeah.
Hello, Chair, thank you for having me this evening. So I am still representative of the roads. I'm still representing District 17, which is the Swanzey control. And this is the basically finishing up second term. And well, people, I am running for re-election, so you'll see if I'm here next year to continue giving you updates as promised. So you know, I was here not really that long ago, and I gave you guys an update. A lot of it was budgets, and there was some key bills that had passed, you know, from the beginning until then. And you know, even though there's a lot of bills that are passed, and they're not all necessarily like real, you know, in my opinion, super important. I think we could just pass the budget and, you know, probably good for several years, but you know, very people think differently. Let's do this in July. So the most important thing that I would like for everybody to know is I represent my constituents. I serve as the vice chairman of the Renewable Justice Committee, and I take it very, very seriously. In the first term and all this term, we had multiple bills for fixing what people thought was wrong with the bail reform that was passed that was in 2018. So, you know, jokingly, we were calling it reform because that was what we were hearing. So basically, instead of just, you know, patching, I felt like it was water, the patching this, and it was just kept on chasing all these leaks. So Chairman, Representative Boyd, we saw decided, but this was not popular opinion, but we kept every single bit. We kept them all, we retained them, and we worked on them all last summer. I was in Congress, I was in Congress 2 to 3, sometimes 4 days a week working on those bills. So what we did is we looked at every single bill in front of us. We figured out, okay, is this need to be fixed? How are we going to go about it? And then we just gave one package to the Senate, which was very, very risky because every piece had been passed or the other piece work. So we kind of did that on purpose, right? And but it really did, you know, present itself as an all or nothing package, and it was risky. However, we did it. We passed House Bill 318. And so even though it's multiple pages, it does have a large fiscal note, but it was necessary. So money. There's money attached to it, and here's one. So one of the things we've been hearing was about bail issues, right? And you know, you take it up, they perform service just like the other worker today, but they did not actually have to be paid for the service thing. Was it? So the person who was found to be indigent, they didn't have to pay $4. So there was nothing to give the bill commissioner the service money they did. That's not right. You can't do that. That was happening. So what we did is we actually put the bail commissioner's fee is now being paid by that's it. So there will be no more exchanging of money between the person who be arrested and the bail commissioner that actually shows up the bill amount. That'll be part of their court costs and be paid. If the person is to be found indigent, that is going to be reported to be that determination. And if it needs to be where, hey, they don't really have the money to pay this, but they're also not found to be indigent, then the court is going to come up with their system, basically be able to pay them arrangements for this money that they have at a period of time. So, with that, we were thinking, we were talking hundreds and hundreds of dollars for a bill commissioner, we're talking $40. But what we heard is, you know what, just because everybody in this room probably has $40, not everybody does. And we don't have it, ours before, we did not have $40. So it might seem a little bit more strange that, we also raise the fee of the bill commissioner. And cover all of that, we raised it to $50. And that is because it is going to be a little bit more streamlined on how it got paid. And the court was very confident that they were going to be able to get that $50, you know, whether paying arrangements, whatever it may be. But also we were losing bill commissioners by dozens. It is rumored to believe we only have, I think, 4 in all of the right, 4 the commission should have. And it's because everybody's own money and they're not doing it. So we think the system is not going to continue to stay in itself. It's just, and you guys on the deserve, you become thankless shops, right? You give and give and give, and you are good at it, you make it look easy. And the reality is, it's one of the hardest things you want to do. So, you know, these bill commissioners are, we at least have a schedule, right? Bill commissioners, they not all hours on the week and all weather. Right, there's not a rule that says, well, there's a blizzard, you don't call the bill commissioner, no, that's still a call, and they're expected to go to call. So, you know, now we're going, I don't know about you guys, but I know my business is like definitely not as cheap as it once was. And now I really pay the even money. So the bill commissioner fee will not be $50, and it will be paid by the courts, not directly from the so with that being said, it's small thing, they also asked, this is the bill commissioners, you know, they would basically give them a piece of paper to show us their ID. There you go, give that to people, so your bill commissioner, that was ridiculous. So now we're actually going to get an actual ID, it's, you know, just going to give them like the driver's license and have it. That's something that apparently is a problem, so we fix that. Another thing, was one of the things you guys all know, I talked about before, I don't have to go into detail about the advocacy I do for victims of assault, especially sexual assault, not just assault battery. And so we made it be where, so we kept on hearing that there were these 12 posted egregious crimes. And these crimes were what we those all those bills we had that when the person does one of these 12 egregious crimes, they are not able to see a bill commission, they have to go in front of the judge. So the problem we had was people said, well, wait a minute, what if a person gets arrested on a Friday night and the judge isn't there until Monday morning? So, you know, we try to just pass it, well, then they should not have to wait until Monday morning. Apparently that was so. One of the things that we did was, if you're going to get bail out, like right now, or even if it's, you know, Saturday or Sunday, you know, 2 days after, it doesn't matter. If you are being held and you're being released, what we put part of this bill package is that if there's a victim involved, they have to have at minimum 1 hour notification before that person is released. So if that person's going to need to get to someplace different than we have that 1 hour. Not nearly long enough, in my opinion. That's what I'm going to see. Is that or you know. So with that, it was 12 months of egregious crimes. So even though we were trying to say that you have to wait for the bill permission, you have to wait to see the judge, that apparently was unacceptable. We were not able to get that passed. And that's what we fought for 2 years. 2 years ago, it's been 3 years we fight for that. So everybody talked about this magistrate system. This is where the big piece comes in. So New Hampshire is outlined now. I don't have all the details of how this magistrate system is going to work. I'm just reading that up. boards decide on how they want to run its pilot program. So at the end of the day, it's understood that the judges are going to appoint these magistrates. And at the end of the day, if one of these 12 most egregious crimes have been committed, instead of saying you have to wait and possibly be, incarcerated for 3 days, that now you're going, this magistrate is soon going to be, and they're going to determine whether or not it's ready to be get out or so that is, and that's going to be basically, if it's, assault, sexual assault. And it is also a repeat offender, and that's not going to matter on the department. So you've already been arrested, 2 times for the exact same thing. That was your 3rd time being arrested. Not going to see this magistrate, but I'm just calling the commissioner. And then also with that is, if it is if you're already out on bail, that is going to be another thing for something putting her out on bail. You just say, okay, follow. However, this is the biggest thing. This is another big ticket item. New Hampshire does not have any kind of system where bail commissioners or police departments can communicate more effectively with each other across the state. So if you get arrested in Chester County for figure for not wherever you want to say, get arrested, okay, you get bail out in Chester County, and then you go up to Willows County, and you do the exact same thing, and you get arrested for it. They call that bail commissioner. There's nothing to tell them. Wait a minute, you just got that out for it. There's no communication from talking to her. The bail commissioner didn't know. So what was turned out was, yeah, if you were somebody that's known, right, and that bail commissioner knows that you just did this, but if you go someplace different, they didn't know that. So if we tried to pass that the first time this Miami, and I actually thought it was part of the legit. I believe that for like a year, but I was taking care of it and wasn't. It's not to get out of the budget. So we got to put that in regarding the school thing. And my understanding does have a $1 million price tag, so they have to build out an entire base or the agency to be able to talk to each other. So that's huge. And I think honestly, I think that alone is going to probably solve probably 30 to 40% of this bail problem. If at least know who's already out on bail to know whether or not you can have a problem. So there is there's that and the same rules are going to still apply if you've done something that wasn't available in the first place. You're not on the commission or anything. So anybody that would have seen that would not have been able to see a bail commissioner, they're not discrimination. These are only going to be the people that committed one of these problems and be responsible for them.
Or the.
If that's what we do, yeah. But you have to wait for that system to roll out, we're gonna know that, and it's about really clear that it's something, that's what something fine. So, that in a nutshell is, probably 30 pages of a bail package. So there's, so we already talked about the bridge monitoring bill, in President Faulkner, submitted that for you guys. And then there's not any of the committee with that, and then which we're gonna talk about that this year, that's good to go. House Bill 1260 is Bill Direct sponsored, so it was found that if you like money box in the boroughs here, that if you were a person that were invading somebody's privacy and that person was a minor, that there was basically a loophole. There was no, that person wasn't being held accountable for a crime against a child. It was still the same. So we fixed that, and now it's going to be a felony. So, this John is to fully control the showering. They really basically senior as a person is involved. We do it if you end up doing the same thing, which is found, that's usually what happens. Then it's going to be it's all about the game. Still looking at the fact is, we passed a bill that would allow the public, so the public school infrastructure money, there's schools are going to be allowed to use that money if they want to purchase, they need to purchase transportation. So, you know, like about one of the big things, so they're going to be almost none of that, so 1161. One of the other bills, you know, some people call it the right in tax. This is a perfect example of the revival of the grant. So I represent some small towns, right? Swanzey is a large one, but they're not all, you know, small. Really has all the people, right? So Richmond probably even less than. So a couple years ago, there was this big influx of people were sitting right there. And well, there was really no rhyme or reason within the. So we basically passed the bill, voting, we passed it on the House floor, and then the following week, some representatives did like, basically told us, and we sent it back to the people, like one day, sent it to the. It was so bizarre. And then it came back. So now there's an stipulation for the minutes. So it's House Bill 1002 that basically allows a municipality to they will basically allow a municipality to charge a fee for writing a request after a certain amount. So if it's, you know, a certain amount of hours go into it, I mean, it's a big that it may be. But it stipulates what it has to be. Like you can't just say, oh, we just don't make, we're going to charge you. I don't have all of the little details on that, but you know, look that up. It's pretty much in the code. So
That got approved, or that's something under consideration? For
that is,
Yeah, we're fortunate here, and you know, when people ask for something, it's just, hey, I like that document. But my last town, you know, was used as a weapon, you know, giving all documents related to the Hector Road. And you got to go through the planning board and so it became burdensome. And then a lot of times they didn't even want to pick it up. They just send in this request, and get hundreds of pages, and they didn't want to pick it up.
so this is one of the things that the New Hampshire Municipal Association, you know, I had a great conversation with the attorney over there about it. Because you don't want it to be where they to oh, we would like this person or you know, whatever it may be now. Go through we're $1 per page. It's not really fixed like that. But it is really meant to look if it's a matter of a safety thing, then you're not allowed to charge the fee. The person's calling around like we want every single policy we ever passed, whatever. Well, why do you, what is that? Right, what is that about? So that like those are the details that are actually in the small. One of the other things we did was, you know, everybody's talking about childcare. Of course, it's expensive. My daughter's from here. I never actually paid for childcare, but my understanding is it's very expensive. And it's very difficult for families to do that, right? So basically, we passed this House Bill 1584. It will allow a person to be able to have 4 children plus the with it having exemption actually that should help out a lot of people, especially with 2 kids. You might be able to, you know, have a provider and have children. So we just encourage it. And then we did establish a veteran treatment court. A lot of language with that. That's House Bill 1589, which is a big one. And so we still had, I mean, this was last time, it was so out there, $10 million of the public school infrastructure fund. I gave all the solutions for that on the schools, and you know, the superintendents weren't there for them. Some of them actually, but they didn't. Oh, and then the $67.8 million over the biennium, it was for reimbursement of schools for special education students. And then there's another bill that's actually going to be where if you were a provider for the county district student, instead of billing the school district itself, it's going to basically be the student provider. Just want to do that, so it's going to school. And then it is, it's going to really hit, except I was here before and it's for a long time. The biggest thing right now is the bill, right? I'm pretty fortunate here in Churchill County, not to experience, pattern over in Manchester, but none of that is a little down effect of the state is, so it's it.
Things like that, would you like to bring up with we had some discussion about college school and that legislative change from 2 years ago?
Yeah. That'll be next year. Some kind of traction. Right now, public school, if it becomes like a school district, supposed to, they have to offer another education.
Yes, yes.
And they we would like to revert back to that.
So you want to make it where it doesn't, so if it doesn't go to an educational facility, it comes to the town, or the town has first, where would you go then goes?
With the town, because we
If the town has the origin.
get the school district. Bring it back.
Probably the school association, that's how it works.
This, I mean, the interesting, is it's relatively new, that provision that had to be used by, or offered educational.
Yeah.
So this, I don't know if this will be the first such situation, or if it's happened before, but like, one question I have. But if a charter school says, we want 3 classes, but they don't want the building, does the school have to try to accommodate that? I don't know how that works, I don't think you'd be opposed, potentially to having part of the building used by charter school, or maybe multiple charter schools, but we'd be curious to see how that process works. But if a lot, it's not.
We'll find out.
I don't expect you to be able to answer that, I don't know they know, so I don't think.
Yeah. I don't know the answer right now, but I have a couple people I can certainly call. I do know when I was there, you guys shared some of this, with the district, and with the Richmond last week, they were saying how their library, and I think their fire department, actually, those buildings do not have internet. And there was funding for that, they were not able to figure out how to get the money, and it was just kind of spinning in circles. And I actually saw, maybe it was like, during the municipal association, just happened to see the next day, it's on call what I saw them. And they actually reached out to Suzanne over at the municipal building and gave her the information for them. So I understand that they're in the process now, so it's not a problem. And then other thing, when I was here last time, we had talked about the retirement for the police. And kind of being able to work more hours without going against their hours in retirement. We talked about that, the reason why it was becoming, a little bit of a problem. And so there are, to my understanding, at least 2, right now, I know of at least 2 different representatives that are resubmitting those things. And as far as the retirement, I do know, I don't know, who's going to win the election for our governor, but I do know, Senator Ayers is already basically pledged that she's going to fix that and make sure the budget if she was to be elected. So hopefully that problem will just solve itself. Because you don't know what's going to be through, the keys and it hasn't yet, so there's that. And then I do have a gentleman I consider a friend that owns a really good restaurant. He was explaining to me about being, have to have a posture license, which is absolutely ridiculous with a posture. And, I can confirm that bill is been written to be able to fix that. So it's how that one.
You're gonna charge him double, right?
You want to be lost when you can get it back.
I'm just afraid I go to customs, we have to have licensing each one. I don't know how far they can go with it, I don't catch it, or not on a boat, I don't go up there and pull it out of the ocean. I gotta check. Now, I need a license, so I gotta go get it.
Do you need a claiming license?
And then I'm waiting for slide to need one when I give them the slots ready.
You don't need a license to sell a weed,
Right, yeah.
right? I mean, you have one like.
Yeah,
It allows you.
that's right,
So,
my food license,
that's here, that.
amazing.
So,
You know.
so always keep you guys updated. If I have any questions, I'll let you guys know, so I call my calls. So, I'm happy to go with that, so my thoughts.
Any questions from the bail commission, is that maybe in the audience?
Aspiring good commission?
Yeah.
Your page just went up, remember this?
Yeah, I need $50 now.
So will magistrates be able to go out to the jail and bail somebody, or will they have to be in court?
So, that's actually a very good question. So, I cannot iterate to you enough that we really want to be careful not to stipulate how this whole program has to work. So the court is, so my understanding is that the magistrates are going to go to the court, right? Because one of the problems that the sheriff's department had was, so are they transporting the person and not looking at the liability, and it just kept on stacking and stacking and stacking. So my understanding is going to be the magistrates are going to be going to person, right? And the other thing, I want to be very clear. I do not love this magistrate system. I didn't want this magistrate system. I thought it was long, as hard as I could, to say it's not necessary. Let's just pass these 12 votes and reduce crimes. It be what it is, right? People that want to be around, you can do the crime from 5 o'clock at a certain time until Monday morning. You're in jail, right? And that will be around. And you lost that, right? And lost that. Try. So I'm looking at this and it was like pilot program because it's all the details aren't out yet. And let's see what happens, right? Are we going to even need the amount of magistrates that we're thinking? Are we going to be more, going to be less? I don't know. Bring it all together, I don't think that's. We're gonna have to see, but those are going to be the details like that are kind of just kind of not washed, but we're letting that work. Okay. Against not having a magistrate system. Well, the argument was that it does away with the notion that you are innocent until proven guilty. That. There is exactly that's something to say that it is. I have to think from the position that I have that it is not. It is not. Right, so I was over national politics, and I was in the parts. It was absolutely, it was a disaster. I don't know what happened, but it was atrocious. And I asked the manager, and she actually got very, very, I think that she thought that it was a personal, assault on her as far as it was from, she was very, very personal insult, not a system insult. And it wasn't. I was actually asking, what happened? This can't happen. This is ridiculous. And she said that it was basically smashing them, right? They came in, and like people, like there was jewelry that they were trying to, like little boxes, right? They were trying to get the jewelry out of the box, but they couldn't get it broken up, so they would just split them. And some of the boxes sold jewelry in it, and some of it did. Some of the boxes broken, some of it hangers all over the floor, shirt half on and half off. I mean, imagine the whole entire store looking like that. The shoes were not even, they were just like, and they were just everywhere. What was left? What was left? So she said that they basically were told by corporate not to call the police because it's a bad look for people to come to the store and have police boxes. Let me tell you something. if you are one of those people, and that's what you do, it's not gonna take you very long to find out if they're gonna not. It's atrocious, but they know the people, the people that are doing that know what the rules are, they know the laws, they know them better than the people. So that's where we're at, so I don't know, but now, right, if they do decide to call the police and you get bailed out, and then you go up to a different county and do the exact same thing, and they're gonna know you just stop there. And then if it's, you know, but you've already broke the bail, right, so now you don't get bail, because one of the conditions of the bail was you don't get trouble. Do it. That's all from the story. So
One question,
you only get
you were able to reach the victim of a crime, but to give them that identification, does that allow you to reach that?
It does not, and that's a very good question, that was one of the things we discussed, there will at least be. So if they're not able to, so first of all, if the person doesn't answer, hopefully they can leave a voicemail, they can leave a text message, if they can't do any of those things, there at least gonna be notification on the residents that they know, they were last one to get. And hopefully a family member or, you know, somebody, you know, think about it, so just real quick, if I may, Mr. Chairman. If a person has been incarcerated for a period of time, let's say 3, right? Then when that person is being released from being incarcerated, the victim is notified, right? The victim's unit gets a hold of them and says, no, hey, this person is being released, just so they know that. So this is not on that very big scale, but that was the argument that we used. They should at least be able to know, you know, if they're not being convicted in custody. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys, thank you very much. Thank you.
Consideration of new business, Weber Hill stabilization contract.
So we're still working out all the details of this project. For the report, and a number of funding sources, some from FEMA, some from the state, some local, so we're still working all those pieces out. So I'd like to get the dollars and cents sorted out next week. We get up to the bids, there's a clear, low bidder. For the board of services, we received 2 bids. The SUR West, which for the construction was 1,605,000 change, and then for the services was 1,253,000 and change, so almost $400,000 difference. Pretty close. Yeah, well, we're putting 2 cents. So then. So as I said, I'd like to get the dollars and cents sorted out for next week, but I'm confident we have sufficient funding. Have to the board out, but I have to notice of award for services, so we can get things moving. This fall is in the year.
Is this a project that would start this year?
Yes.
How many bids did we have?
2.
Only 2 bids?
Yeah,
I thought a whole bunch.
there are 5 or 6 of the pre-bid, for pre-bid.
And then we only got 2. And the other one was who, Mike?
SUR West,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you in the other one, but it was a $400,000 difference
approximately, this one.
going between in the road.
Correct.
And what we're gonna, you want a motion on, so they can get the ball started, and then we'll get the final numbers on the next meeting.
Correct.
Agree, Bob, yeah.
I'm sorry?
What's the cap?
Well, the basic, or the bid, including the ad alternate, is 1,253,500, but we need to figure out how much of contingency you want to incorporate. And we have construction and administration, so out of the compare and pay that, so. Documented plans, so.
Not the motion now, prior to that.
Yeah, I will go to the motion offer and we need to sign the notice of award. court services.
Because this is just to notice the award that we're gonna award them the job until we get all the final details, am I correct? Correct.
And just one other note then, if you look at the letter here from Ben Driver, that would actually mention that. Based on his reviews at court services did not appear to be on NHG list of pre-qualified contractors, which was one of our requirements. But it seems like it was like Gordon saying gravel, which Gordon services, so they had a lot of DOT that they're working on getting that clear. They are full.
Because still, I'm gonna make the motion that we will.
Motion made and seconded to authorize the town administrator to sign a notice of award. Board of services for the Weatherhead Road Slope Stabilization Project. Further discussion?
Yeah, it's, do you know what they're using for that? Is that new thing that they're gonna use to hold that wall back instead of that?
Yeah, it's already manufactured and in stabilizer, manufactured stabilizer.
Right, it's new, right? It's a new way to do it.
Yeah, well,
You know? Yeah. Good. Find yourself with. Until we get the rubber off.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, the ayes have it.
in a lot of ways, it's a little different, but in some ways similar to what we did at Lower Wilson Pond, which was stabilized the bank, that was using like concrete. Lego almost under the earth, so it's somewhat similar concept, so it's not necessarily new to the concept. But this application.
Right. It's been good, we're gonna get done this year.
People in that neighborhood are gonna be very happy if they don't have to worry about that, let it go, they work.
Yeah, I'm surprised we can get it done before the.
That's why this meeting
Right.
is important to get them every week.
Right. We get rid of it now.
That's a good stabilizing factor.
It's holding together.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think there's any not up there. In other news, they didn't. It's probably hazardous material.
What? Plus, we're the one that you know. Oh. You know, what's that? That burned out.
Quickly moving vehicle. In other news, we got from Twin Bridge Services just today, apparently thought we're having a meeting this week, which you might have known. It's secret, but proposal for the cameras on the federal bridges. So it's per bridge and his quote, let's see the details if you want to talk about it, page 1. It's 3,200 per bridge. We recommend doing one as a track basis. Slate person.
Which means side option.
So this option would be, the option that he's quoted is basically when we see something that we want to go out and check. There's a way to go out and either put a device close to it or plug into it and get the data off versus being able to view it at all on typical. Which would be more expensive, would drain more batteries and leaving on drain more batteries, would be more expensive, and we have to have this annual monthly cellular contract. So for how much we're going to be monitoring it, which is 26 cents a month to look at it. I think this is a good option, you know, gets away from the privacy concerns, which is watching it for reasons that we're not. Potentially.
Is it an add-on later? If needed?
I can ask. Yes, yeah, I can ask.
Yeah, because the other is part of router connectivity, but not that out for the nature.
Yes, I think it's like you have the Wi-Fi equivalent. If you have the iPod, so we can use it when it's on Wi-Fi. And then, well, this would be on Wi-Fi. So it looks like, I can double check.
So let me just understand sort of clear. $1,300, $3,200 is the cost that will be installed cameras on the bridge, right? One bridge, okay? Now, somebody hits the bridge 3 weeks later, right? We have a device, do we have to buy the device added to that?
I think, I don't double check what sort of device, but I think you opt out your phone, you're able to go out and basically.
So you plug it into it, it retrieves. And does it retrieve like weeks of it, or does it retrieve what we want?
You can sit in here, expect it to last 30 days, yeah, and so each time something moves, the camera will trigger, before. And then after, 15 seconds or whatever, you'll turn off, and then the older stuff we get, wiped out as the recordings and stuff.
30 days, because I just put one in the park, and that's how it works. If I have to go across the street in my building, and I can see where we had movement, and go back, right on the screen. So I kind of understand it, but I'm just afraid, we'll notice any damage within 30 days, so we have to be on top of that, right? And obviously, we're gonna notice damage, somebody will tell us, and we'll notice it. So the only thing I'm concerned with is this device that we retrieve it with, because that isn't gonna be thousands of dollars too.
My understanding is it wouldn't be an additional price, but I can.
Good. And you're thinking we should just try one bridge, let it run for a month or so, and then we'll try it, right? We'll retrieve something, say, and then if everything's good, we'll do, how many bridges do we have, 3?
I really want to do Slade also. Preston, Thompson, Carlton. So,
The one over there, is that Putnam? That's like, and then Putnam's the one.
on Carlton Road.
Would you even do Thompson?
I think that would be the next most. It is the same word. Both issues.
You get break it on it and try.
Which fire trucks.
Oh, wow, that's a big thing.
All right, we decided on option. Is it, per bridge? Or is there a way that? Would it be a reduced fee that we have on all four bridges?
You saying monthly support advice?
And the option itself. In other words, if we already have it, is it expandable?
I will check.
As far as it's expandable.
Yeah, I think it's on our, yeah, I think it's on our existing family plan, so my guess is it's probably not any cheaper to do one.
What, do you think we should look into this item a little more? I think you mentioned that we might look at something we don't supposed to be looking for, and I will check this if not.
Say people are, we can only access it and go up and.
There you go.
I mean, is that a big deal? That's what you.
Yeah.
So it could be access to it all the time. Give me certain information.
So are you asking to, make a motion tonight for this?
If you're comfortable, we can say, it just like I said, it came in this afternoon, so.
Maybe you could put it to rest tonight, for me?
All right, so are you using the counter only when you damage the bridge, or not violation of the people?
It's not, wow.
That's what I figured.
What do you want to do?
Either way, you do that one information, if you want to do, try the first one.
What do you think? As long as we can add it on. So we want to make a motion that we do for the 200 and we try the first bridge that we said. Okay?
That's good, so. Motion made and seconded, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Or just want you back in front.
Cover bridges, capital.
Going up on, wondering if we can surcharge to get some of the money back, if we can't run. Yeah, should
It's.
yeah. Administrative fees.
What is that? What is that? You said it.
If we could maybe put something in, the fund. When we do the bridge, it's not just fixing the bridge. Maybe put administrative fee and put it out, and policy. back into the town for the.
And we give that bill for damaging, we need to upgrade them, something like that. I think that's what it is.
Anything else?
Just gonna go back.
We'll go to public input. Mark?
When the home rented, they have to have insurance when they're renting. Does anybody check the building before and then after? Because I'm sitting there looking at the see the crack and floor and I'm like somebody literally went.
But yeah, they do a damage deposit and then they do insurance, and those were noticed.
We get diamonds in here, so we damage the.
Get them about
Special, yeah, we have done.
Michael, we manage. Come right out.
Yeah, they break down well.
I got that one of those. They bring you one.
Oh, apples. Yeah, you need them, there it is.
I got a big one, but this is good.
Want to go and review for the fire?
Yes.
Oh.
Good, yeah, take some of these components, like periodic.
Yeah, it's going well. I don't know if they ended up pouring concrete, the last couple of days, but I know they had it all, they had it.
More than weeks.
Good, I think it's over there today, so. It's looking good. I think it's gonna be, looks like done, but in good shape.
Yesterday, we had a fire there with the concrete, so I think.
Okay, we just. Okay. I think they had to cure for a while. So, the other thing I wanted to bring up was, there were a couple of things, about a month ago, and maybe longer than that, in separate meetings. So one of them specifically, I want to bring up again today, and that's the J breaking, the engine breaking. In listening to the, video of the meeting, I believe that audio perhaps is significant because of liability concern. So I've done a lot of research and specifically on liability. And it turns out the liability is kind of flip the other way, where I've seen articles where the truck company and the driver became liable for what they caused. Okay. Engine braking, J braking, you know, being used in bad areas for unnecessary reasons really is very startling to drivers, to cyclists, to pedestrians, and has caused, you know, I read from hard pack to actual accidents and things like that. I see nothing about a town being liable for having noise warnings or no engine braking, J braking, to the point where there are literally thousands of communities in this country, as well as 4 states that have laws against J braking. So I don't know where the information really came from, but it probably needs to be looked at again and we're using this piece. I usually saw nothing of such. Of that such, that there was a liability to any community. So literally, I wrote up this in the 20 minutes before I came here, just kind of bringing them. I was going to read it, but I think a discussion is probably equally valuable. The enforcement of any laws, and we're talking about noise, right? Becomes very difficult because you need the equipment to measure decibels, but it's been proven in some communities, they say by reduction as much as 90%, that signage and signage with a stated fine, along with police enforcement. So again, it's hard to say, you can say, oh, I've heard this, but go to court and it's one person saying it, and it's another, but unless you know decibel reading. But it gives the officer a reason to pull a vehicle over to begin the. And those things have really reduced engine braking and noise associated with a lot of communities. it is an important thing. Think about somebody coming down in 12, at 3 o'clock in the morning. They're waking up hundreds, if not thousands of people. Maybe not waking them up, but they're, I know, they're not sound, but it's bad habit, is what it comes down to. Seeing those words, bad habits, many times in the right way. The shake breaks, I'm really not part of the truck. The truck is, needs to have dependable hydraulic works. That is what the truck needs to depend on. Any kind of engine braking or shake braking is supplemental to that. So, it does make sense for trucks to use those, but it really makes sense to use them anywhere in the residential houses.
You think where you're talking about is filed by the placement of speed reduction sign?
I'm not sure because coming down in 12, that speed that we do is pretty far off. And we are coming down a little bit of the hill, right? It's probably because they often use it on the hill. So different than around the standards. And I doubt it. The difference is, I'm not sending compressed air in the cylinder to make that noise. Properly maintained J rate only should emit somewhere between 80 and 83 decibels of noise. One that are properly maintained emit 105 or more. That's a big difference. We're getting up to rock concept level, right? And that's what we're experiencing. It's not just taking it. I can tell you, 335 every day. And more so than there's a lot of people out at the boat launch area enjoying the proximity. There's a black pickup truck that comes in, whatever braking system he has, it's scary to live in whatever other people. I've been on a phone in the middle of the lake, and the person said, "Can you repeat that? I didn't hear you." That's how loud it is. So there's things that we really, I would hope it's what we consider. About enforcing noise ordinances we already have, and looking at them and revisiting them and enforcing them, to see if we can, try to cut down in some of the reckless noise.
And then because I do research the same thing. And I was told by the DOT that there is no law against engine braking in the state of New Hampshire. So I'm thinking that with Jennifer here today, maybe going after the legislature can change that and make a law.
Well, it says the New Hampshire DOT does not restrict the use of approved safety equipment in trucks or other vehicles. Noise concerns often results from trucks are modified and often through legal exhaust systems. Coordination with police to help address noise concerns through enforcement of existing laws without penalizing legitimate users of engine braking systems. So that's, right there, it's stated that they don't have any laws against using them, but they need to use anything properly. The town, the city of Rochester, they have several laws. One, people get shaved unnecessary noise. No person shall operate any vehicle on any traveled way so as to make any loud, unusual, or other unnecessary noise as after the phone. Misuse of power. No person shall operate any vehicle any traveled way so as to misuse the power of that vehicle as hereinafter defines. They go on to find the definition. How we're doing it. How and we're going to invite you to consider building this stuff.
Taking on top hill, I wrote my last one.
Yeah, between the fairgrounds and roundabout,
Okay, well, so coming down,
I think it's,
that's same. And then come down from that, they'll only be the difference inside, hear that elevator goes slow on,
yeah.
and then you hear that elevator goes on.
Certainly can.
Yeah.
You hear from the top of the hill, to tell you how long it takes. And when they start, they're going to get to the circle, because they need to pull it. You get right there, right?
So you're saying other towns have done this on their own and stop some of this, or they have the power to do this, I didn't know. It's just like in Hoyt's law, it's not strictly just about J rate, it's just.
But they will say there's one integration, integrated, integrated, you know, like something separate than J rate. It's all when they say integrated, they talk about. Anything other than kind of. So yeah, most cities have noise ordinances. I think that's true. J rates are legal in most residential areas. There's not a need to use them while driving on any street with families are likely to be present, no reason to be going fast. And not to need them. Consider trucks, speed limits, and slow the trucks and assuming and more gradually on roads where speeds exceed 40 miles an hour before curves and prior to stop signs and traffic signs. So a lot of times you see that, see whenever truck speeds, the small or lower amount, that's just the trucks are flowing down sooner. So they are not in a position where they feel they need to use their engine brake.
Is it 40 or 30?
40. I think it's 40 to 35.
Yeah, it's 30 is on the fair end. Maybe it's over every time, yeah.
I'm not sure if we're talking about it's speeding and rather like it's not coming down the hill, but you could get it slow down. But it's certainly not now. You know, are they, is it because of speed, you know, or is it because, hey, I got a big weight on me, carrying stuff, I gotta slow this right down, I have to drive it. But what you're not sure is to keep the speed as much as trying to slow it right down before they hit the road.
I'll give you an example, you know, because that's something that, so, you know, the speed limit actually 39.
Yeah.
To pass, how is that curve?
Yeah.
Going through the circle there as well. There were two line trucks, and the first line truck, and this is a track and fill, you know. Huge vision. I was out there, big scale, I was on the other side. There's a truck right behind it. Equally big, equally loaded. Didn't make it. It was a choice. So maybe we go there. So that's what I'm calling like this to you guys. And I would, take 15 minutes, or Google.
So is there signs existing out there that you know of saying no J break on the road?
Sure, that's not going
Because you were saying that there's no law, right?
We talking about the warnings.
There's no law, so obviously we can't have it, if somebody came to put a sign on J break.
That's state law. That's state law.
Well, under the same problem, you have to become a bridge, state road, state highway.
That's what I'm trying to get.
You're gonna be able to benefit some of these things.
Yeah. Make sure you show them back here.
We can't make the sign, I mean, we can request something.
We call them work.
No matter where it is, trying to sign. Well, if it's by the library, because they do have a crosswalk there.
Yeah, I mean, I have to drive. I've seen very places.
Very much so.
I can tell you, if they're not already, they probably have a option.
Wherever they, this. It's. And I think the whole issue is going away. Next few years, I don't know. People are, there's not going to be any more transmission to other beyond that. And they're gonna have transmission limits. It's not gonna offer purpose.
Which are the matters. Like that,
No, the big engines, the fire, the transmission.
Yeah, so I grew up with this, plus illumination and the color patterns. The noise didn't bother me, it bothered me. Yeah, it wasn't a shit, it was a similar concept.
Right.
But anyway, I think the listening on that.
yeah.
We would research it more. I do want to talk about what's combined, but we'll get that out behind the.
Upper?
Well, we have to next spring to be happening. Also, as far as the late smart program that you guys talked in the 2005, our next inspection is September 18th. So that we could go and we could cancel rates and this is not because the annual all the time, I'll be going to take it when we do. And you also still do not for today, but from that one, take it for a little time.
Under E. Yes.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
My cheat sheet, anybody?
The record,
I'm sure the original one there, to the left, there, if you want.
Yeah.
The big visual effect, I'm giving right now.
I'll make a motion going non-public and receive.
We didn't matter.
Night,
Night,